So it's that time of the week again for weekly book haul. This week I have got 21 books to show you. I haven't completely lost my mind. I have sold some books on Vinted this week as well, so it's not too crazy. And I did visit family over the bank holiday weekend in a town where there's a Waterstones and the works opposite each other, and I had to take advantage of that, obviously being outside of my local area, so I haven't completely lost my mind. But 21 books, so we'll get to it. Start off with books in the 3 for £6 deal at the works. So we've got Hate at First Sight by Lizzie O'Hagan. Haven't seen too much about this one. I haven't seen this one come up on TikTok or Bookstagram or anywhere like that yet. So excited to have a read of Lizzie O'Hagan. Not read any of her books before. Then Back in a Spell. I really like these sort of light-hearted witchy books. And again, Lana Harper, I haven't read anything by Lana Harper either, so hopefully this one's good. And I know she's also wrote another really good book called Payback's a Witch, so fingers crossed this one has got the same reviews as that one, because that one I know is really good, or I've seen those reviews on it. And the third one is The Nanny. So I know this one's pretty popular and has got pretty good views. And I've got The Fake Mate by Lana Ferguson as well. So wanted to get that one to just add to the list and use up the 3 for £6 deal. Then I got a couple of other books while I was in the work. So Mr. Hockey, sports romance. I've seen this everywhere. And it was only £3, so I couldn't really resist. And it's quite small. But it says on the back for fans of Icebreaker, and I really liked Icebreaker, so I thought I'd give that one a go. Then I got to finish off a series, and I think they're a series. So Stealing Home and Breakaway, these two. I've already got First Down, which I think is the first one. I don't actually know if they're a series or they're just all by Grace Reilly in the same theme. But I thought I might as well get them to finish it off while they were available in the works. So that's those ones. Then moving on to Vinted, I got a few books from Vinted this week, not too many, as I haven't found anything that I was really looking for, but a couple. So the first one is The Never King. Now I know this has got really mixed reviews, and I think this is like a Hook retelling or a Peter Pan retelling of Peter and Wendy, and it's a dark retelling. And I really loved Hooked by Emmily McIntyre. So, and I know that isn't supposed to be a retelling, but it is a retelling of Peter Pan. So really interested to see this. I know this is the first in the series, but this gets mixed reviews from people. So I was a bit reluctant on this occasion to get the rest of them. And I saw a seller that just had this one up. So I thought, I'm going to break my rule and just get the first one and see what this is like first. So excited to read that. If you've read that, let me know what your views are, because yeah, I don't know about that one, so we'll see. Then more from Vinted. So Neil Gaiman's Neverwhere. This is a bit different from what I usually read, but I'm actually a huge Neil Gaiman fan. I've studied at university some Neil Gaiman books, Stardust in particular, and this one has been on my wanted list for a while. So I saw this pop up and I thought, why not? I'll get it. And I got that one, and the same seller also had this book, which I've not seen much about, called Witherward by Hannah Mathewson. And yeah, it just looks a bit gothic-y. It's based in London, and you know, it's about a shape-shifting changeling. So a nice fantasy book. So I thought I'd give that a go. But I haven't seen or I don't know anything about this, but it just looked like a really cool book. So that's for Vinted. Then I got a 4-book set, and I've actually read these already, but I've never seen them for sale anywhere other than Amazon, and they were going really cheap, so I couldn't turn them down, even though there's a little bit of not damage, but a little bit of dirt on the end, but I can survive that. So this is a series by E.L. Todd, and it goes that way. So Charge, Spark, Burn and Combust. And this is a romance series. It's called the Electric series, and it's really good. It's probably one of her best, I think, this series. It's about a chap called Volt, which is quite an unusual name. But it's really good. Go and read it. I wouldn't say it's a slow burn. I'd say the first book is a slow burn. There's definitely spicy bits in it. But it's got a really good twist in it. I'm not going to say any more in case you want to go and read it. But definitely 4-book series, if you ever see them. They're on Kindle Unlimited as well. So, yeah, if you don't want to get the physical ones, Kindle Unlimited, really good romance series. Then we move on to Waterstones. And I had some stamps available to use at Waterstone, so I thought, why not, whilst I was there. So I got nice sprayed edge version, and that does say Sam and Sadie on it, but it's quite hard to see, of Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. Now this has got really good reviews. Obviously this has been everywhere, and I just hadn't had a chance to read it or pick it up yet, so I thought I might as well. And it was the last sprayed edge on there, so obviously I couldn't leave it on its own in Waterstones. I had to bring that on home. Then I got another Waterstones exclusive, again another sprayed edge, that was the last one there, and this is the Unraveller by Frances Hardinge, I think that's pronounced. But everywhere I've looked this up, and I haven't seen it much on TikTok, BookTok, or anywhere really, it's got really, really good reviews. And I'm, from looking at the back, really excited to read this one, because it looks to be a really different fantasy story. And I'm quite getting into my fantasy stuff at the minute, and it's got beautiful feathers on the sprayed edge, so again I couldn't really turn it down while I was there. So there's that one. Then the final book I got in Waterstones is Legendary. Obviously you can see I've got Caraval up there on my shelf. So Legendary, when I bought Caraval they didn't have Legendary in stock, so I thought I might as well grab that while I saw it there. I don't have Finale still, but I haven't read Caraval yet, so hopefully these two will keep me going until I can get Finale from somewhere. Then we move on to a pre-order that I got from Waterstones, which is this one, The Serpent and the Wings of the Night. Now I know this has been out in hardback for a while, but I really wanted the paperback version because this cover is, I think, a lot nicer than the hardbacks, and I'm not a massive fan of the hardbacks. But vampire book, can't go wrong. Absolutely love vampires. This is going into my June's TBR. Really excited for that. Then moving on to Amazon quickly. So I've got this one, Do You Need Me, which is by Emily Sorelle. Now Emily Sorelle, and I'll tag her below, is a booktoker, and this is her first release, so I wanted to support her, and I love supporting sort of indie British authors, and this is a good romance, enemies to lovers, got all of the good stuff in there that we want, so really excited to read this one. And then another one I got from Amazon, I don't normally buy a lot from Amazon, is Don't Stop by Lauren Biel, and I've actually read this already. Now this book is nuts. It's the craziest dark romance book, and it's only short that I think I've ever read. So I don't want to give any spoilers away, but if you're interested in this one, look at the trigger warnings, don't go into it blind, it's hardcore. Then finally, and I've already done videos on these two because they're from, they're special. So I've got One Last Shot, which is from this month's Afterlight crate, from a Luma crate, but it's got a beautiful sprayed edge. So if you want to see the unboxing video for that, check out my video dedicated to that one. And finally, this special edition that I did get from Vinted called Sick Fucks by Tillie. Now this is actually a banned book. I did a whole video on this one if you're interested in this, but this cost me an arm and a leg, and I was so excited to get it I had to do an individual video. So if you want more details on this one, go and have a look at that video. But that's my haul for this week. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've read any of those and what your opinion is, and I'll be back for another haul next week.